Amanda Somerville, and you are decorating for Christmas, I take it. How's
I
it going?
am. I'm in the spirit.
Excellent stuff. So, how's the music career going?
Going well. I can't complain. Yeah, I've had a lot of fortune in my career, so I'm happy about that. Thanks.
You're welcome. And Trillium, this new album, sounds great.
Why, thank you very much. I appreciate your interest and you wanting to do this interview.
So, what we're gonna be expecting from Amanda Somerville in 2012?
Oh, a lot. Get ready to be full up to the gills with all things blonde and crazy. I'm going to kick it off actually with a tour in January throughout Europe with an outfit called Rock Meets Classic. And then in April, May, I'm going on tour as a support act for Delane. That's another Dutch band. And so, yeah, and then I'll probably I'm talking with some people about festivals and things for the summer and in the fall. So you can expect lots of live stuff with Trillium. January 2nd, I'll start the Rock Meets Classic tour. We have rehearsals for 2 days, and then the first show is in Stuttgart. So, and then actually I'll be stopping along the way, doing some radio shows along, yeah, the route anyway, the Rock Meets Classic route for Trillium. So that'll be exciting. But always got something in in the pipeline for Trillium, that's for sure.
And also, I see you got a great YouTube channel. You show your photo shoots and all that stuff. It's very good. I'm sure the audience loves to see all this stuff.
Well, it's well received, and it's nice to have a visual, to go with the story and the audio and things like that. So I've always enjoyed that. So I try and get that out to people as much as I can.
What's your take on the visual in the music now? Is it still as important
Oh,
than?
it's more important than ever, I think. They say video killed the radio star, internet killed the video star, so YouTube is king
Right, right.
at the moment, especially since MTV has gone the route of reality shows for the most part. But yeah, I think it's as important, now than more important than it ever was, and people have to be visible, I guess, and present themselves visually in all forms of media these days.
And like that, do you have to keep busy like every day on this stuff to keep up to date?
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. And if I'm not, active on my social media sites and my website, I'm doing interviews, I'm calling, arranging things for tours, talking about the next steps for other albums. I'm still doing work with other bands. So we're
Hmm.
finishing up, we're kind of in high gear finishing up the Epica album. So all kinds of things going on. And yes, you have to stay on it constantly. This is my full-time job. And being a freelance musician, a solo musician, somebody who works in the studio for other bands and all kinds of things. I mean, I'm always doing things on multiple layers. So I definitely keep busy, and it's something that I have to keep on the ball about.
So basically, Amanda, your days off is work, would you say?
Yes, yeah, pretty much. And when I'm not, then I squeeze in between interviews. I'm squeezing in some Christmas decorating.
Well, that's good. So what are you gonna be doing this end of weekend and that stuff? What's going on in Amanda Somerville's life?
Well, on Friday, I head to Nuremberg, which is about 4.5 hours from where I am. I'm in the Netherlands right now. And I will be actually doing a little promo stint. We're having a CD giveaway with another Canadian journalist, a friend of mine, Carl Bagay from Brave Words and Bloody Knuckles. They're holding a little CD giveaway there, and I'll be signing the CDs, and we'll do a little video and photos and stuff for that. And then I'll be going to Schweinfurt for a couple of different things, and then back in the Netherlands on Tuesday. And then we've got Christmas, and then we've got rehearsals. I'm busy with doing rehearsals for the Rock Meets Classic tour and setting more things up for Trillium. So the ball just keeps rolling.
Now let's go for this Trillium album. How was the recording process for you?
It was wonderful. I love doing work in the studio. I love writing, as well as touring and performing live. So it's always fun to be able to work creatively with people that you know, that you respect, and that are great talents. I think the team that I chose to work with me on this album, they're people that are longtime friends and colleagues of mine, from Sasha and Miro and Robert and Simon and Olaf from the Gate Studio team in Wolfsburg, Germany, to Sander Komans in the Netherlands. These are all people who really complement me as a musician, as a person, and for me, it's all tied together. Music is my passion. It's in my blood. It's my career, my life, basically. So it's great when you can work with people who are really close with you personally, as well as on the same wavelengths musically. And being that I'm a piano player, I write songs differently and approach things musically a little bit differently than guitar players do. And so working with guitar players like Sander and Sasha, it's a really good cooperation, and I think we bounce ideas very well off of each other and complement each other that way.
Is there other instruments you play as well?
No, I mean I fool around with percussion and stuff, but I'm not gonna quit my day job. So to speak, But no, piano and keys are my main instrument, and my voice, of course. But songwriting, I do a lot of songwriting and co-writing with other bands and artists, and producing and engineering and things like that. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on much. Plus, I like to keep my nails long. So
Yes. And Amanda, would you say recording nowadays gets easier and easier with the technology involved?
yes. Definitely. You have a lot more opportunity to multitask and make things much more much more efficient. I guess you have a sound range that is just endless. You have endless capabilities with, keyboard sounds and things. I mean, everything orchestrally, that's like an orchestration anyway, symphonic on the album, is all reproduced through keys. And I think it's amazing because, when I was touring last year with Rock Meets Classic, I played for the conductor. We tour with a 40-piece orchestra, the Bohemian Symphonic Orchestra from Prague. And I played some of the stuff for the conductor, and he was like, "Wow, what orchestra did you use?" And I was like, "Nope, that's not an orchestra. That's actually Miro,
Wow.
Mike, a guy that I work with that does everything through keys. He does all these orchestral arrangements with the keyboard." And the guy was blown out of the water. So, and he's a very, very, he's a veteran composer and conductor and everything. And he works in Dubai now, but he was for years and years in South Africa. And then he's originally from Munich. And so, I mean, he knows his stuff, definitely. And he couldn't tell a difference. So I thought that was very interesting. But I think also, whether I am in Europe, whether I'm on the road, whether I'm in the States or whatever, I have a little mobile studio with me that, of course, is limited in capabilities for recording and stuff. But I think it's incredible that you can do things on the road nowadays. It's a good quality, and I can send things over the internet. I can send files and stuff. So you have a huge possibility of recording and getting the recordings out there to, delivering it to where it needs to be. So I think, yes, recording has definitely gotten easier.
Certainly on the road also. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also with our Blackberries and our iPhones and stuff, we can all record with that too.
Yes, exactly. And I make use of my cell phone all the time. I'm recording song ideas. I'll be driving down the road or grocery shopping, and I'm like, oh, I have an idea in my head or something, and I record it really quickly. So that comes in handy for sure.
Well, Amanda, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you too. And yeah, I hope that maybe if I'm up in your neck of the woods at some point touring wise, we can someday meet face to face.
Guaranteed. And you have a great 2011.
Thank you. You too. And happy New Year for 2012 and Merry Christmas.
You as well. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.